Hi guys, David in Texas here, and yep, looky here. This is going to be my unboxing of my brand new Amplify 150 guitar amplifier, okay? And I've been telling some of the guys I've been, discussing things with, I was going to get one of these. And I first thought I'd go with the 75 watt. It's smaller, it's more compact, it's not as loud. And I thought, I'll test both of them out while I'm there at the shop, okay? Well, to be honest with you, I was not that impressed with the volume of tone and sound that the 75 watt put out. Of course, I was actually, competing with 3 other amplifiers playing at the same time. 150s with heads, cabs, and I could hardly hear the thing. I thought, well, even cranked all the way up, this thing sounds a little bit on the weak side. And I'm used to the Line 6 Spider 4 that I've got. It's a Line 6 as well, modeling amp. At 75 watts, it really cranks it out. Okay, it's loud enough to make the neighbors complain. Okay, to make the neighbors complain when it's cranked all the way up. Anyway, get them out dancing in the street in their night clothes again. Nope. Anyway, I went to the 150. As you can see, this amplifier has been touted as being the latest, greatest amplifier ever made. Okay. Because it does everything that you would want it to do in your house or at a jam, okay? 150 watts, Bluetooth streaming speaker system to play music during your breaks, ISO control and cloud connection to download your tunes and do tone matching, which I think that has to be the coolest part of this, is that you want Leonard Skinner guitar tone match. You don't dial it in, you don't tweak it in, you don't even worry about pedals. You simply download that song and this amp copies that guitar perfectly. It's like, whoa, back me up. So, it's another case of I don't need a pedal, guys, get it? I don't need a big muff. I don't need a distortion pedal. I don't need a delay, okay? Only thing I may need is a wah, okay? That's about it. With these amplifiers like the Line 6 Spider I've got, and plus this one, maybe it's just a wah system that you may want, okay? Now, I'm going to go around this box, and I'm going to show you some of the things that are on here, and briefly discuss those with you real quick, because on this box pretty much tells you all the really cool stuff this thing has to offer. So, let me switch this thing around. Okay, as you see, it's a high-performance guitar amplifier, 150 watts, 5-speaker stereo system, right? It gives you a wet and a dry mixture tones, right? Perfect for gigs, practice, or on a recording session, which I don't doubt a bit, okay? You can do jam tracks, you can play back songs for rehearsals. Basically, it says you can do everything I said before. Copy your tones, do whatever you want to do, and this thing, produces it for you without any fuss nor muss, okay? And of course, what you do, you have to have an iPhone, iPod, or iPad to run this thing, right? Which, fortunately, I just bought an iPhone 6 Plus to run it, right? Plus, it's my phone as well. But you're looking at here on the right, kind of a rendition of what it looks like to run one of these i6 iPhones. And of course, much brighter and very much easier to see. I'll show you that a little bit later. But those little icons above or the setup, like a noise gate, a pedal, a wah, and on down the line. Everything that you normally have as a pedal, you can choose from hundreds of different types, as well as different cabs, different amplifiers, you name it. There's hundreds of presets already on your iPhone to choose from. So simple. And you can preset those, save those, and you're set, okay? And here's what's cool, guys, and this takes some background, okay? 5-speaker stereo system design. Now, 2 years ago, when I was working with 4Force, before they went out of business, the guys there said, Dave, have you heard of anything, the latest rumors about what amplifying companies are going to be doing here soon? I said, well, the biggest thing coming down the pike right now are stereo, okay? A couple of companies talking about a true stereo system to use along on their amplifiers, and this is one of them, guys. The other one hasn't introduced theirs as yet, but this is one of them. And one of the best ones I've seen so far. It's only one. But this has got a great big nice amp speaker, some mids and some highs, and you're pretty much set with a 5-speaker system for stereo. So if you're not playing your favorite licks, heck, play your recording session back. Play back your CD you just recorded. This thing absolutely does it all. Okay? So enough jibber jabber about what's on the box. Let's get inside and see what we got inside this box, okay? So hang in there while I switch this thing around, open it up. Okay, now we'll switch to this hand control, and now we're getting a good look at the body of the amp itself, and its speaker set up right here in front of us, okay? And let's go to the top where the controls are. Alright, and here's the main thing for just common, clean, good fun. For your common settings, right? You got your drive, your bass, your mid, your treble, your special effects, right? I'll be using that a lot. And your reverb, okay? It's not only controls the volume, but your blend. And up here are your presets, right? Your tap tones, and your storage for your presets. If you don't want these, you can store whatever presets you want for your special tones, right? As well as you got a foot pedal switch in the back to switch it around any way you want to do that either, okay? And there's your Bluetooth right there, okay? Turn that on and basically it hooks right up to your phone, okay? And you're ready to go with that new application you got. Now, let's take it around the back and show you what that looks like behind it. Okay, now you're looking at the back of it, and very simple put, very simple made, right? You got your headphones, your auxiliary, your foot pedal, right? Your USB connection, which I love that. And they're currently working on software that this will work along with. And right now USB is used for downloading and upgrades, okay, and updates. Pretty cool, huh? On off, so very simple in the back. Nice. Keep it simple, stupid. The old KISS formula, okay? So, that's the look around the back of it. Alright, air vents, venting, okay? Not bad, guys. So, hang in there. Let's get a chance to hear what it sounds like. Okay, guys. I'm here with the Amplify, and I'm trying to, get used to it. I've had it for a day now. I've been playing with it. And I'm not downloading any of my iPhone songs to match those tones, but what I've done, I've gone through the list on my iPhone, right, the little control panel, which I'll show you a bit, a little bit later. And one of the toughest tones I found to try and match is that Tom Schultz's tone. Okay, he's got that very specific tone that everybody recognizes, and it's not easy to try to dial it in. Okay, normally you have a compressor. You have a wah pedal that's pressed down like 80%. You get that top treble. You got some reverb in there. You get some chamber work, as far as the tone. You got a little bit of delay. So it's not easy to just try and tweak that in. At least it's never been for me on my Zoom R8. Okay. However, I am very proud to say that on this Amplify setup, basically I went in and I set up my wah, I set up my volume, my compressor, my delay, and my reverb, and I pretty much got it within about 30 minutes, just tweaking it back and forth on that wah. Okay, now the problem is when you hear Tom Schultz playing, he hits that wah on and off to go from his chords to his lead work, right? And on this lead work, you get a lot of feedback, okay? Let's give you an example. Let's give you an example. Okay? The minute I let to my finger off that string, you hear that, little feedback to it, or a little noise it creates, right, when you pull a string, because I'm playing it at very high levels, okay? But on stage it sounds wonderful, I guarantee you, okay? It sounds really even better when you're not right up next to it like I am. But I've only got this amp cranked to like 3, because beyond that, it becomes really an earache. It's like 4 and 5. This thing is really, really loud, okay? Especially on solo work, okay? But on this, hear that? When we pull my finger up, you hear it. Well, it's pretty much unavoidable. You can barely hear it when you're playing in a band or whatever, because everything covers it up. But you get a lot of feedback of these settings, and just can't be avoided, okay? But anyway, like I was saying, when he switches from playing his lead work, you know, he goes to his chords, that's too much, okay? So he's got to hit his wah pedal with his foot, which I have to hit with my finger, and go to a full chorus type thing, right? Right? Well, the setting's not exactly right on that chorus as yet. I'm still tweaking that in. But the whole point is kicking that wah, right? And you get right back to it. So it's like amazing, this thing, okay? And what I'm going to do a little bit later on is I'll still manually want to download some tones and save those to my bank, my tone bank, and let y'all hear those. And I've yet to go online and check it out with the guys that say, okay, try this in the forums. But, you know, like I said, one of the toughest tones to duplicate is that Tom Schultz tone. And this thing does it exactly on the button. You just got to tweak it to exactly want to hear what you want to hear, okay? And when I'm doing it, I'm comparing it to live music being played on their album, okay? Just trying to tweak that as much as I can through my headphones and get this guitar in same notes with his, okay? So I think that that wah sound to it is just about perfect, maybe a little bit up, a little lower, I don't know. But it's pretty close to that, guys, okay? So far, all thumbs up on this amplifier kit, alright? So, hang in there, some more of these tunes and more examples and more good stuff's coming right in. Okay, guys, this is the device I'm running my Amplifier 150 from. It's the iPhone 6 Plus I just got here recently. And I do know these will run, or the amplifier will run on 4 Plus or 4 iPhone 4, because I was running it from my old one. I decided to get a new one because my other one just trashed out. Okay, so here's the application, and all you have to do is download it to your iPhone, iPad, or one of your Android type devices to you know, pull the app up. And basically, I'm going to show you how it works. Okay, you just push it, right? You go to the front of it. And it says it's reconnecting by Bluetooth, okay? So now it's actually connected to the amp, okay? Now, in this, right, you got music library, okay? I'm not downloading anything to it yet, just a few things, right? So music library, YouTube, I got some YouTube stuff in there, right? Let's go back. My tones, I've loaded just one tone up so far. Okay, and that's a Boston tone that I like, and it's very hard to copy. Okay, other than buying a Boston pedal, you know, it's not as easy. So let's go back. Tone search, any type of tone you want to look for, right, in your iPhone. So it shows the Amplifier 150 is connected to my Bluetooth, right? There's my editor that pretty much runs the show. Okay. Here's the whole thing, settings in the editor, right? So it also has a tuner. Okay, just click on tuner. A little shot of that. Okay, shows the guitars out of tune as usual. Okay, all right, pretty nice. And it has, of course, the volume levels. Pretty cool, right? You control them from your iPhone. Not bad. And it's guitar and overall, because it's got you know, stereo recording capabilities. Okay, here we go back. Now, editor pretty much runs the whole show. Okay. And now for an amp, basically, I've got a British type amp, right? It's like a Vox. And I've got a 4-speaker cab on it, a high gain cab, okay? But the cool thing about this is that when you're working with this amp, it's a modeling amp, right? So I go to amp, and I've got a list of type amps of clean, American, British, or high gain. It gives me a choice of about 100 different types of amplifiers to use that I want. And they don't have the name Marshall or Vox or anything like that, or Orange, you know. They have on those code names, kind of, sort of, so they don't have a you know, a copyright problem or trademark problem. And you know what they are by looking at them, okay? It's pretty clear what they are. So you go through and you say, I want to get a clean amp, right? And just pick from one of these amps, right? And you're done, okay, right? And you're set up with the line stick acoustic amp. You follow me? Does that make sense? And here's all, of course, all your normal controls that you can control, that also control the amp itself once you've you know, shown what kind of amp you want. Next, decide what kind of cab you want. Okay, cabs. Let's see. I'll take a 4x10 tweed. Right? It's got like 20 of those you can choose from. So now I'm working with a line 6 amp and a tweed cab, right? 4-speaker cab. And next we come to the setup on these pedals. Okay? So you got a noise gate, really nice, right? Setup. You have a wah, okay, and it gives you a listing of different types of wahs that you can have, right? Pretty slick, right? Right. It gives you the stomp pedals that you want to choose from. Long list of those. See? Just roll through those real quick. Okay, then of course you got your amp again, you've got your compressor, right? Set that up. Okay, you've got your equalizer, right? Set that up. Sorry, you got equalizer, you got another volume control. Let me show you how that works. A little special there. There's a minimum maximum on this position, right? Show you what it can do. Okay, let's just don't have it up that high. And I've learned, like, at 30%, this amp is way loud enough for a an office or a little recording area. Beyond that, it gets to be kind of annoying and kind of upsets the neighbors. We got some mods here. Let's see. All right. Some cool stuff to choose from. You got your decay, sorry, your delay, type of delay that you want, right? Stereo, ping pong. Let's go through those real quick again. Numerous delays you can go through, and then of course you come to your reverb. What type of reverb you want? What type of room are you playing in? So this, in essence, this amp does about 1,000 different things for you right on your iPod. Okay, now a couple of tricks to this is that when you first set up on this thing, right, and get that thing to connect, you've got to go through your settings on your phone, get it to recognize it, right, as a Bluetooth device, and connect to it, right? But after you've done that, each time you turn this on and flip a switch on the amp, push a button, it recognizes that amp and it connects to it. So then you're, from then on connected, okay? And I can take this thing into the other room and pretty much do some simple stuff like up and down the volumes when I'm playing different stuff on it, such as just straight music, okay? Because this thing can act as a stereo as well, all right? So basically, guys, this particular device does everything you could possibly want it to do. And there's that Boston tone, of course, I was talking about. You can store your tones. You can go to the tone libraries and pull out tones that other people have made, copy those, download those. And the newest thing with this amp is that USB is now, with an upgrade with the software, just download the software, can speak to your DAWs, okay? Before, it was just an upload, one-way USB. Now it's two ways, okay? So, this amp has got it all and then some. Now, I see this as being the future of amplifiers. I mean, not only can I control this right when I'm recording, but even a sound guy could do it as well. It's just amazing how many different variables this thing can produce because of how it's made, how it works. Okay. So, any questions about this amp? Give me a holler. I'm gonna go through and download a few things, add a few tones to it, and I think you'll be pleasantly surprised with the results I get. And oh, by the way, this amp is on sale, not $500 anymore. It's like $449. But if you are a teacher, guitar teacher, you can actually send in a certificate or a business card showing you're a teacher and get an extra $50 off from Line 6 to help support guitar teaching. Okay, so a $400 amp does everything that possibly you could ever want, right? And then some, because the updates and uploads are just tremendous. It's like knock yourself out, because there's very I can't think of anything this amp can't do. And it is definitely a gigging amp. It is very loud. The only drawback I can think of is that the handle is recessed into the amp. There's no external handle on it poking up. It's fitted, down where you put your hand inside the recess to hold it or pick it up and move it about. But other than that, guys, this is a great device, and I'm just blown away at how well it works, as well as how it records as well. So, any questions about the Amplify 150, give me a holler. Dave in Texas, have a good one. Bye.